With that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-African...
Did he just snitch on himself? We have access. He's going to jail. He got to go to jail. This video is brought to you by SHINERGY Life, ladies and gentlemen. If you're sick of being soft, if you're sick of your T levels being low, if you're tired of being a Democrat, won't you get you some T-Force and become a man today, all right? We had the original T-Force, which is the regular T-Force, and then we made it advanced. I suggest you take this with food and you take it before a workout to maximize. Get you some T-Force today, 25% off because I hate these white bottles and I want to get them out of here, to be honest. We give you a discount code for 25% off. Get you some T-Force today. God bless you, God bless America, and let's get strong, baby. Umar Johnson. Some of you guys know who Umar Johnson is. Some of you don't know who Umar Johnson is. But this fool have been lying to the people and trying to raise money for a school that don't exist for decades. I remember like 5 years ago, a woman whose kid is in college now made a video about Umar pitching his school when her kid was in elementary school. I mean, before he started school. So you talking like 20 years he been doing this. I want to make sure I get the stats for sure. I got to make sure I do it because I think Umar Johnson has been doing this for like 20 plus years. He's literally been grifting and simping on behalf or simping to the people, claiming that black people is, black queens, and all other stuff to raise money, and nobody knows what job he really have. Somebody did a expose of Umar Johnson and pretty much showed, and I don't know if it was verified or not, but showed that he wasn't a doctor. He called himself Dr. Umar Johnson, but he didn't have a doctorate degree. And so he comes with this thing, say, I'm Dr. Umar Johnson. He made his name, claim to fame that he's going to build this school for boys or a school for black kids so that they can have a great expansive education, and it never came to fruition. I'm going to look it up real quick. How long has Dr. They call him doctor. He is allegedly not a doctor. Umar Johnson been claiming to build a school. I think it could be like 20 years now. It's some crazy number. I'm going to see if they can figure it out. Hopefully have the right person. Dr. Umar Johnson has been a public pursuing and promoting the idea of building a Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy. So this is him. It says, here's a timeline. In June 2014, which will be 11 years ago, Johnson initiated a campaign to purchase. Yeah, this is him initiating the campaign to purchase. This ain't when he started asking for the money. But anyway, a campaign to purchase St. Paul College and HBCU with the intent to convert it into a residential academy for African-American boys. This was the beginning campaign and building a school in earnest, that's what he said. Early 2023, after about 8 or 9 years later, media noted that it's been nearly 10 years since Johnson began raising money to open a school for black boys. Recent articles in mid-2025 also observed that Johnson's school project, the FDMG Academy, has been a mission for decades, reinforcing how long he's championed this idea. And ain't did nothing. Duration, it says as of 2025, it's been about 10 to 11 years of promoting, raising money for, and occasionally updating progress on the school. And to be honest, I think ChatGPT don't understand how long he actually has been pitching this idea and receiving GoFundMe money. So let's play a clip of Dr. Umar Johnson claiming, and this is the one where I want him to claim, what I want to show that he's claiming that they're going to foreclose on this school because he owes $76,000 of unpaid bills and fees. He's claiming that the city ignored his nonprofit status and failed to properly notify him. And the deadline for him to pay is August the 25th. Conveniently enough, he's trying to raise some money. He claims that the project has received approximately $1.6 million in donation for renovation efforts. Do y'all believe that? Okay, let's hear Umar. Roll the clip.
On August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a notice to auction off the Frederick Douglass and Marcus Garvey Academy campus for unpaid vacant property registration fees. I repeat, on August the 5th, the city of Wilmington, Delaware, took out a lien to auction off the campus we bought, the campus we've been working on for 6.5 years. I was not notified of this. We were not notified of this. This past weekend, without an email. This past weekend, without a letter in the mail. This past weekend, without a phone call. The city of Wilmington put a notice on the door handle of both of our schools, informing me that if we don't pay the past due vacant property registration fees and outstanding utilities by the 25th of Black August, they will sell our campus. Brothers and sisters, can I ask you a question? Why were we not notified that they were going to try to sell our campus?
Hold on. Brothers and sisters, why are you still acting like you need money 20 years, 10 years later or more? What are you talking about? You guys are, they're saying they're going to auction the building off because it's been vacant. So you telling me you haven't done nothing at the school? You don't have churches coming to the school to be able to do sermons and anything? You could rent it out for something, bro. You're doing nothing with these facilities that you claim you own. You don't have kids coming to do some type of curriculum and learning. You don't have a men's after school event, nothing there. You have nothing at these buildings. I don't like this type of foolery happens so often in the black community. And it's crazy because I used to think some of these people were legit. And then I moved away and expanded my mind. I realized, oh no, most of the people I thought were legit were completely fraudulent. It does not take you this long to build a school. And I'll tell you this is where I have never in my life, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, it's okay to be wrong sometimes because I'm not always right. I have never donated to a legitimate organization, nonprofit organization that take donations through PayPal, Cash App. I just have never done it. I'm not saying that people can't do it, but normally people go through proper channels so that they can get tax deduction, they can get you the forms that you need to file on your taxes. But when you talk about people paying Cash App and PayPal, to me, it seemed like an easy way for you to divert and say, these funds are personal funds. These funds are done for this. I don't even know. You should have to record all of this stuff. I don't even know if when you get audited, it's people like Umar Johnson even putting the donations that come through these unorthodox channels onto his P&L or whatever it is you got to produce for a nonprofit. You know, when people come and support, and I'm not even a nonprofit, when people come to give to causes that I geared them in the direction to, there's always a link to a payment system that we can track. Like we gave money to Salt and Honey restaurant for people that wanted to donate to them because of the atrocity that happened to them, in my personal opinion. You go through a system that we pay for that helps us navigate and make sure that there's no fraudulent behavior going on when you give. And then we have a reporting system that comes from the giving. Therefore, it's all tracked, and we have to do that for our books. And we are not a nonprofit. Whenever I tell you guys, whether it's the House of Refuge, whether it's, say, the Storks, whether it's Prison Fellowship, Angel Tree, you guys are going to a verified website that have a verified donation platform that you click on and you go through the process, and they can then verifiably give you tax deduction paperwork before you file your taxes. Maybe I'm wrong, man, but I don't see how people doing PayPal and Cash App and telling you to donate to a school that he made 1.6 million on and haven't built it yet. What are you doing? Okay. Let's play the rest of these clips. This one or the next few that we have.
Brothers and sisters, why are they trying to sell our campus at the very moment that our accounts are frozen? Brothers and sisters, is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence? Is it a coincidence that the city of Wilmington is trying to sell properties that we own and have been working on continuously behind our backs? They were going to sell our schools behind our backs. They didn't even tell us that they were going to try to sell our schools. We received no notice in the mail. We received no notice by email. We received no phone calls at all that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door handle. Somebody stole one set of notifications and sent it to the YouTubian struggle streamers. Somebody stole the Frederick Douglass High School paperwork off the front door and sent it to the struggle streamers. But luckily for us, Sister Ra Ebony was able to get the paperwork off the Marcus Garvey School before the haters stole that paperwork. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe, brothers and sisters, and please let me know your opinion. I believe that they were going to sell the school, and they wanted to sell the school before we found out. I believe that they wanted to sell the school before we found out. We were not supposed to know that they were going to sell our school. Why do I say that? We were given no notification. We received no letter in the mail. We received no email. We received no phone call that they were going to try to sell our schools. Instead, they put a notice on the door. In a low-income neighborhood, they put a notice on the door with rubber band and masking tape. They put a notice on the school front door with a rubber band and masking tape.
So much stuff to jump into. First of all, I don't believe nothing he's saying. Conveniently, his accounts are frozen, and conveniently, they stole the paperwork. Umar, at what point are you accountable to the vacant facility that you have never used in 11 years? Or whenever you bought the thing and you still ain't done nothing with it? What do you mean? You don't know what fees you owe? All right, he got another clip. Roll the clip. This is when he talking about he broke now and his account got frozen. I wish, see, I need to start doing like Candace Owens and doing an expose on some people. Like, he make me want to go and dig deeper into this. You telling me your accounts are frozen. Your people don't just get their account frozen because some random conspiracy, bruh. You know exactly why your accounts are frozen. Probably because they've detected that there's fraudulent behavior. You're raising money for something. You're not using the money for what you raised it for. And when the banks detect that, or the IRS detect it, or not IRS, but the banks or the government detect it, they can order a freeze on your bank account. So you're not continuously defrauding people. The same thing happens on PayPal. When you run a scheme through PayPal, and sometimes it can be a legitimate thing, but if it's legitimate, you can easily make a phone call, because I think it happened to us or one of our clients. They had a payment processor set up, and they sold so much stuff immediately, it shocked the payment process, and they thought it was fraud. It was nothing but a phone call. Hey, look, this is what it is. Here, we're going to show you proof on this is legitimate. This is the place that we ship from. This is all legitimate stuff. The EIN, it's a real business. This is a customer service. We got all this stuff set up in place. This is legit. And they released the money like a couple days. Your account being frozen isn't a real thing unless you're doing something nefarious. Roll the clip.
With that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to Apple Pay and PayPal as necessary. So the Prince of Pan-African...
Did he just snitch on himself? We have access. He's going to jail. He got to go to jail. He got to go to jail. He says that he is a nonprofit organization. I'm assuming nonprofit status with the Marcus Garvey Frederick Douglass Institute Academy or whatever it's called. You can't put all of your money in your personal account and then divvy it out as you see necessary. That's not how it works. If people are donating to your company, that money should be going directly into your business account or your nonprofit account, and then you can withdraw money based on a salary or something that the board agreed to. Like, you can't have a nonprofit organization without a board. You can't be the sole person that runs and controls all the money in a legitimate nonprofit organization. I don't know of a nonprofit organization that don't have a board. You have to have a board. How do you know, Mr. Tatum? Because I co-founded a nonprofit organization called Blexit. We have to have board members. We have to have minutes. We have to have like meetings. I don't remember if it had to be quarterly or not, but we had to have board meetings. I was on them. We had to have board meetings. We had a clerk had to do the minutes because we had to prove if we ever got audited that we actually run a legitimate nonprofit organization. Pull him up. Roll it.
For the first time in my life is without any digital currency. So for my loyal supporters out there, if you can spare a few dollars so I can take care of Queen Mother Ifatunde and myself until my bank account is frozen or canceled so I can get my money back and open up a new account, please hit my Apple Pay or hit my PayPal. My personal PayPal account is Umar the Psychologist at yahoo.com. So that's paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, paypal.me/UmarThePsychologist, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist, or hit my Apple Pay using my cell number 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858. I've never asked the people for $1. I have never asked the people for $1 in my life. I've only asked you to donate to the FDMG Academy for Boys. I don't have any sons. I have 2 daughters. So the FDMG campaign is a selfless project, mission, and service to provide our boys with the education that they deserve. But right now, I don't have any money because my account was frozen by my bank because someone has been trying to hack into my account, hack into FDMG Academy account. So the FDMG Academy account is frozen. My personal account is also frozen. That means we're going to lapse on our utility bills. We're going to lapse on our internet bill. We're going to lapse on a lot of our bills at FDMG. The bank is not giving me a timeline as to when this situation is going to be resolved. If I don't have Cash App, nor does FDMG have Cash App. I do not have a Cash App. I only have Apple Pay and PayPal. If you can spare a few dollars, send it to my Apple Pay, 215-989-9858, 215-989-9858, or my PayPal, paypal.me/Umar the Psychologist. Although Leo season is off to a rocky start, brothers and sisters, we will overcome. Shout out to all my donors. Newark, New Jersey, I'ma see you. Nat Turner, I'ma see you. Mobile, Alabama, I'ma see you. New Orleans, Louisiana, Hurricane Katrina, I'ma see you. Kenya, January, I'ma see you. FDMG is coming. We just got to lay down on floors, brothers and sisters. Lay down on floors, and we applying for our certificate of occupancy. I don't have any money in my pocket because my account is frozen. If you could send a few dollars to Dr. Umar for Apple Pay or PayPal, I would greatly appreciate it. Black Queens forever. Snow Bunnies never. Enjoy your weekend. Leo season forever. Peace and Pan-Africanism.
What a grifting. I mean, I hope black people aren't buying this stuff. I mean, you go look on this page, people like, yeah, King, we just need floors. No, bro. Like, you got a social media platform. Get on the platform and explain. Like, I promise y'all, if this was me and this kind of thing happened to me, I would spend a show explaining everything that needs to be explained if I thought that the people who support me think I'm doing something wrong. Like, I don't think it's that difficult to articulate what you're doing with a nonprofit organization. Show your bank account statements. You can show bank statements. You can blur out your account number, but you can show that the $1.6 million have gone into your business account. Listen, they don't freeze your business and your personal account together unless there's suspicious transactions that are happening between the two accounts. And the thing is, when they take the notice off, you should report it immediately that somebody stole a notice. You know that you're not paying your bills. And then you go, we're going to fall behind on our utilities. We're going to fall behind on our internet. Why do you have internet at a school that's unoccupied? This internet that we have at this building, which is 15,000 square feet where I'm in, we spend about $1,500 a month on internet. You're talking about a school, if it's smaller than 15,000 square feet, and we have fiber optic internet, what do they call it, fiber internet? So that's why it costs so much. But when it wasn't costing as much, it still was like, I don't know, $800 a month. We had to supply internet and pods throughout the whole building. Therefore, you don't, drop the internet. What are we even saying here? The only reason why I'm saying what I'm saying is because Dr. Umar Johnson's a fraud. And I wish that most people would identify these frauds and not get screwed over. Because we got enough people that need help in the inner city and so on and so forth. And these people are screwing us over.